In all ages, humankind has used craft and cunning to scam fellow humans for pennies and for millions. The World Encyclopedia of Con Artists and Confidence Games clearly depicts the myriad swindles used throughout the centuries and profiles the most outrageous, inventive, and conniving con artists. The Bible reports the swindler's presence among its most righteous subjects. Jacob, the younger son of Isaac, conned his own father through impersonation to gain the coveted inheritance of his brother. History records that Demosthenes was defrauded of his father's estate in Athens. In 1710, Great Britain was so heavily in debt that its government embraced a scheme to sell stock to private investors in a trading company that would exploit its territories in the South Seas and American colonies. Investors were promised untold riches from slave trading and gold mines that were yet to be discovered. At first, investors saw good dividends, but the South Sea Company, under the direction of John Blount, began to water its stock so that by 1720, investors by the tens of thousands were holding useless securities, and the South Sea bubble burst. A similar fraud was perpetrated by John Law, a banker from Scotland who became head of the Bank of Amsterdam. Law, who had a pronounced proclivity for schemes and scams, convinced the French government to appoint him director of the Company of the Indies. Law then began selling stock in this firm that was to develop the rich Mississippi Valley in the Louisiana Territory controlled by France. Law inflated the price of the stock to the point where it was virtually worthless. The Mississippi bubble burst in 1720, and Law fled France a pauper. In America, the concept of watering stock was brought to new and dazzling heights by such flamboyant con men as Daniel Drew, Big Jim Fisk, and Jay Gould. These highbinders made fortunes overnight by obtaining control of small railroad lines and steamship companies, then inflating their worth and selling unlimited and useless stock in these firms, creating panic and financial calamities in the unregulated stock markets of their era.